Hope you're doing well today. I want to welcome you to my garden. I'm Taffany, and this is Tika's Gardens. And I'm going to kind of continue what I started yesterday. I planted boxwoods here at this fireplace wall and out along the long border on the drive and the driveway, that is. Miss Tika's hunting again. But I want to kind of work with this area a little bit more because once I got the boxwoods in, the lime tree is clearly not centered, so I want to take it out. It is in the ground in the pot. This lime tree, when I purchased my Meyer lemon, it was inside of the pot with the Meyer lemon, and I didn't even know that there were two trees in the pot. It had its own separate tag and everything. I don't know how it got there. So when I purchased that Meyer lemon, I ended up getting a lime tree for free. So I put it here, but I kept it in the pot because when I looked up what kind of lime tree it was, it says that it gets upwards of 20 feet tall. I'm not aware of lime trees that get that big, but I don't know anything about them really because I've never grown a lime tree or researched them. But I kept it in the pot and put it in the ground so I could kind of control the size of the tree. So I'm going to pull that up and move it a little bit to center it within these boxwoods. Like I said, my heart's desire would be to have a tea olive, but I have this, and you know, I'm gonna keep it, and it's growing, it's doing pretty good, so we're gonna give it a shot. But I'm gonna center it, and then my other thought process is as these boxwoods here start to get bigger and grow and, you know, kind of close in this area, to be able to get to the lime tree so that we can pick from it or work with it, or even work within this bed here next to it, you know, pulling weeds or planting or anything. It might be wise to have a little you know, little path in there because this is a fairly deep area, and it will allow us to get in there instead of fully planting it with a thick thing, you know, thick lush grouping of perennials, which would be pretty, and I'll still have room to do that, but this will, you know, putting some pavers down will give me room to get in there and work. So that's what I'm going to do today. Yesterday I gathered up all of my supplies, but I was too tired. I didn't feel like continuing. So everything is right here. I've got the pavers and everything in my cart. So that's what we're going to work on. But what I'm going to do is show you a little closer what it looks like so you can see what I mean. All right, guys, so I'm going to show you here the layout and where I want to put the pavers and things like that. But first I have to say it's morning, so I'll say good morning to you. It is such a beautiful day. The sky is like a clear, perfect blue. Let me show you the sky. Everything is so pretty. The weather is perfect right now. All right, guys, take a look at this. Clear blue skies, not a cloud in sight. The sun is peeping through the trees right there. You can kind of see the glare. It's so pretty, and there's just enough breeze to be comfortable. So that's the start of a beautiful morning. And of course, my partner in crime is always out here. She's been on the hunt for birds this morning. Look at the garden. It's so pretty. It's coming along. Spring is waking everything up. But let's get to the task at hand. So this is where I planted the boxwood hedge yesterday. And as you can see, that lime tree is just not centered. So we're going to take that out, center it, and here is this big empty gap of space right here next to it, as you can see. So I think putting a pathway, you know, some pavers right in here will allow us to be able to work in this bed, access the lime tree and everything. And there's still plenty of space for a bunch of perennials and, you know, bright colors of flowers and beautiful things. So that is the plan. Here is my cart. I've got 3 pavers in here. These are pavers that I have already had. I need to get out of the glare of the sun. All right, so this is my cart. My pavers. There's 3 in here. I always have extra dirt somewhere. I've got a bucket of dirt because when I pulled up that one of the big Super Bina pink cashmere, you see I have a nice big hole right here. So we're gonna fill that as well and level this area out. All right, so let's get started. So this is how I have it in the ground. As you can see, I have it in a grower's pot that it came in, the lemon and lime tree combo. So that's how it's in the ground. I just put it in the pot. So we're gonna move that a little bit. There's a whole ant colony down here. So as you can see, guys, it is more centered and much better spacing. So that looks much better. And then to the side, there is this little walkway that kind of goes through the bed, so it will allow us to access the back, get in there to get to fruit, pull weeds, things like that, instead of filling the entire thing up so that it will be difficult to get into that, bed. So here is another angle. And let me come to this side so you can see from this angle. That's very pretty. I like it. All right, guys. Well, I've got the pavers put down. I filled in that little hole, and I've got the lime tree moved back just a little bit and centered. So this little area here for right now is done. We have to get some more plantings put in here, some perennials in this other part that I'm standing in right now. But for now, we've got our boxwoods and everything, so I'm really excited to see how that comes together. I want to thank you, though, for gardening with me today. That's it for now, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!